Yo, what's good, y'all? Lot cracking in hip hop right now, right? We got Kendrick, who just went to Compton College and spoke at the graduation. Yeah, let's get a round of applause for that, man. That's for the culture, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other things that were going on in hip hop with the female rappers, according to Billboard, which I want to speak on in a minute. I want to speak on Jermaine Dupri was talking about how the record industry is lying, which I appreciate because we know that he is part of the mainstream record industry. So it's nice to hear somebody that's actually involved speaking the truth. But as you see right here, I got the #1 Drake Glazer stan Akademiks right here. And I want to speak on this real quick. I've never seen or heard so many grown men cry over another man not calling them. We're going down from Joe Budden to Elliot Wilson to Maul over on the Rory and Maul show. And by the way, man, the glazing over there at that show is so ridiculous. I feel like if they stay on that path, that pod will fall off. Y'all better get it together. But let me go ahead and play this clip real quick so y'all can just see where I'm coming from, that this is interesting to me of what's going on here.
Yo, you know the funniest thing about this? And I don't want to get into it because I think it's corny. What? I've been talking to this nigga throughout the whole beef.
Who? Kendrick?
Duh.
No.
Drake?
Of course not.
Okay, good.
That's the part I don't like. That nigga ain't speak to me since that battle ended. He ain't hit me at all since that battle ended, and I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like that. You should keep the same energy.
Let's go over to Elliot Wilson.
They feel like they gotta talk. Everybody's talking. We're talking about them. They don't interact, and then they're mad about everything that's being said about them. But y'all don't talk to nobody. Y'all too good.
That part.
You don't sit with niggas. You don't tell your story. There's no clarity, and then you're mad because the whole culture is blah 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 trying to interpret your shit and talking shit. But it's like you don't feed it to the ecosystem. You don't sit with nobody. Nobody worthy.
Yep. I got a.
Is it me? Is it Joe? Nobody's worthy.
Yeah, because it don't even be a come sit with me. Come sit with anybody. And I got a list of the A-list mega people that don't come with black or hip hop media. I do have
the white shit.
Let me say this real quick. This man right here, Elliot Wilson, for y'all that don't know, Rap Radar, you know, shout out to Elliot. I mean, he is a real one, and we can all learn from him. But I got to say, man, in the beginning, he was definitely saying that Drake had won this battle. Actually, it wasn't even like in the beginning. I think Kendrick had already dropped Not Like Us, and the culture had already said that it was a rap. It was, in my personal opinion, it was already a rap before that. All right? But I think the culture could all agree that after Kendrick came with Not Like Us, it was a rap. It was a rap, man. And this man went on the internet. Elliot Wilson, this man right here, he went online and posted and did several posts and interviews like the one he's doing now, talking about, oh, well, I'm not sure who won yet, or I think Drake is winning, or he did the most to glaze Drake, just like Akademiks did. And now y'all want to sit around and cry and pout with each other about why this man is not calling your phones no more. I find that so hilarious. Did y'all not realize that this man is not really for the culture? Didn't Kendrick have a line in one of his disses? I forgot which song it was, where he said, only you like being famous. Yeah, man.
Doing the fucking Rolling Stone play. Suck my. What the fuck you talking about? Who's in Rolling Stone?
I'm with Spicy L on this one.
Who's your man? Who's your man over there? Who's accountable?
You think
like
it's a fear?
Who's Mr. Billboard? There's no Billboard, nigga. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think that some of the artists, right? Because I had a long talk with let me not be a rap.
That's my point, man, is that this is what happens when y'all glaze people who are just famous and not really about the culture. Let me give you an example. Kendrick shows up to Compton College to give a speech. this should show you right here that this man is definitely for the culture. And I gotta say, man, and I'm tired of hearing so many people say, I mean, look, there's like not even that many people in the stands and Kendrick shows up, right? Like that shows you that he's a real one, man. He's a real one.
I said, Compton, what the deal? What's up, man? That's right. That's right. Y'all look good out here, man. It's special. Hold up. Let me get my phone out. Hold up. Hold up.
I love that he took the time to go film it for himself.
I don't want to hold y'all up too long, but I got to get this. Hold up. That's right. Man, I wanted to come out here just to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of the city of Compton. I'm proud of Compton College. Most importantly, I'm proud of the graduates out here, you know? That's right. I know what it takes. You know, y'all had a lot of hardship, not only in your house, in your communities, but most importantly, within yourself. And that's the toughest thing to overcome. And we still growing day by day, brick by brick, making sure that we develop not only in the physical form, but in the spiritual as well, you know? So, seeing y'all out.
Yo, did y'all just catch what he just said right there? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this man is highly enlightened. And another one of my favorite lines that were through these disses is when he said to Drake, I calculate that your next move is not as calculated or uncalculated, however he put it, but it was a bar.
Out here, it's not only a representation of the world, but it's a representation of me. And when I walk out in these cities and these countries, I could be proud and say, this is where I'm from. You know? I still believe in Compton. Compton always been the future for me. I think we breed some of the most incredible individuals, creators, intellectuals, talent. We had it since day one. That's why I always screamed this city. I've traveled the world. There's no place like this one right here. No place. No place. And I still believe. I still believe in everything that we're doing. Brick by brick, I still believe. It's time that we change the narratives. You know, some people tell us, you know, this generation, they don't have what it takes. Gen Z, we talk about it all day. They try to pull us down and say we don't know what we're doing. They wrong, though. You know?
I didn't know that Kendrick was considered Gen Z. Thought he was a little bit older than that. But, yo, man, y'all should look up that speech if you guys haven't checked it out. I mean, can we just do some research real quick? You see that this man is down with Shady, down with Eminem, down with Aftermath, down with Dre. Do y'all really think that you could go after these two and not calculate your next move or play chess with these men? These two are very calculated, and you better know what you're doing before you try to challenge them. I mean, if I was going to go in a battle, which I never would, but if I was to go into a battle against either Kendrick or Eminem, I would definitely very much evaluate and analyze the situation and how Drake was doing all that drop. It almost makes me think, like, was that battle even real? I think it was, but it's just like, man, how could, in some ways, like, no disrespect to Drake, because I do like Drake, man. I'm not a Drake hater. Like, I knew about his music before he became famous. To this day, So Far Gone, his first, well, it wasn't his first mixtape, but it was one of the first ones he put out right before he got famous. I knew he was going to make it, man. I was like, yo, this sounds like some good music. Like, this dude sounds like he can rap. So I do believe that there is a part of Drake that is real, but I don't know, man. Maybe he just got too famous and then he, didn't care no more. And speaking of the culture and how Kendrick was talking about Gen Z, let's go over to Method Man real quick. Method Man speaking on how he will never do Summer Jam Hot 97 ever again. And I don't blame him, because he said that the crowd was just whack. Everybody was weak. Everybody was just standing there like, what? I mean, you know, they don't understand that music anymore. You know, they want to hear the trap and all that stuff. And I get it. But let's just hear what Meth had to say, man.
The Roots Festival, definitely like more age appropriate, more like was the crowd more into it than what you saw
Why are they always doing construction in New York?
at Summer Jam?
You know what I'm upset about? Because I wasn't mad at the crowd. If you look at the caption or the comment that I left, there's words like thank you, I love you,
Yes, yep.
just a generation gap.
Yep.
I showed grace.
Yep, you
For
did.
the feedback that it's gotten, I don't think it's fair, for one. And for two, I would never point my finger at a crowd for not liking my music. That's not even it. I was there for Mr. C, and it was New York. So I figured I'm in New York, I'm in my backyard. People know who I am.
Right, so you feel like it was kind of misconstrued?
Yeah,
Slightly,
absolutely
right?
misconstrued. I wasn't mad at the crowd. That was me having a self-awareness moment. That's it.
Right.
That's totally
Lastly, do you have a little bit of regret for putting that out, or do you feel like you said what you said and that's that? It is hip hop,
I
right?
don't regret nothing. I all have it.
Right.
I know that's right. I know that's
It's
right.
the truth, though. Definitely the truth. It depends on how you receive the message.
Right.
And there's more ignorant people in the world than smart people, and I'll leave it at that.
I think that interviewer could have got a little bit more into detail with Method Man on that, but I get it. You're just on the street and you got to ask what you can ask, so I don't really know about that. But we do know that it's not just a generation gap. We also know that rap music has just fallen off right now, and that will bring me to the 10 hottest female rappers right now, according to Billboard magazine. Now, some of these I do agree with, but the fact that you don't have Rhapsody on this list is kind of sad. Now, I don't know if it's because she's not one of the hottest female rappers right now, but I think she is definitely a female rap artist that should be recognized. And the fact that and she should be recognized over some of these on this list, and I'm gonna find the one that I think that she should be. But let's just go through it real quick. Number 10, we have Flo Milli. Now, I'm not gonna disagree. I do somewhat like Flo Milli. She's getting doper. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first heard her, I was like, but then she started to kind of catch on. You know what I'm saying? And then she got some songs with one of my favorite rappers who, I don't know what happened to him, Gold Link. But you know what I'm saying? So I do respect Flo Milli. I can see Flo Milli doing some things. I think she actually can rap, and I think that she's actually better than a lot of the people that are on this list, or a lot of the females, I should say, because it's just a female list. So she's better than a lot of the female rappers that are on this list. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. They gave her shine. So I think she does deserve to be on this list. Let's move on. Number 9, JT. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Yo. Hell no. That's where Rhapsody should be over her. I don't even know if anybody's even bumping her music. Like, other than, is this the girl that was supposedly getting the golden showers from Diddy? Other than that, I don't think anybody's playing her music. Let's move on. Lotto. Yeah. Okay. I have no say about that. Cardi B at number 7 is a little low, but I get it. She hasn't really been relevant or has done anything in a while, so I guess. Glorilla. Now, this was the one that I was kind of thinking of too. I think that she should not be on this list. I get it. She's on this list because the industry is doing their best to push her, and now they're trying to change her image and trying to make her look sexy now. And it's just like, it's so cringe. It's just so cringe. But you know, it's Billboard. What can I say? Okay, Ice Spice. I guess she just has to be on this list. Can we talk about more of an industry plant? I mean, if I had to look up the definition of industry plant, this is what I would see right here is Ice Spice. Doja Cat. I feel like she should be higher. But I do agree Doja Cat should be on this list. She should definitely be on this list. Let's go. Megan Thee Stallion, overrated. Sexy Red, number 2. Wow, let me just make sure I put that there so you guys can see that. Sexy Red at number 2. This is truly the downfall of rap right here. This is truly her message, what she's talking about, her rap style. I mean, she can't even rap. And this is the part that I wanted to make really clear. I didn't want to go too long with this video. I might do it in a part 2. But how Jermaine Dupri broke down at a conference where he said that Sexy Red may have these hot singles that might be playing in the club because the record industry is forcing it on y'all and dumbing down the music. But I will say that she only sold 28,000 copies of her album, which to me as an independent artist, that's not bad. But I guess like Jermaine Dupri said, if you're signed to a major label and you sold 28,000 copies, you wouldn't even be allowed back in the building. So she's not selling any records. Let's just keep it real. This is all hype. And like he said, the industry is lying. And, you know, yeah, I'm going to do that in a part 2 video, possibly. But maybe I could play a small little clip of it because he definitely goes into detail and explains it a lot better. But I just want to let y'all know that it's funny that they put her at number 2, especially Billboard, when she is not selling any records. It's all hype, man. And then number 1, of course, we have Nicki Minaj, which I am not mad at, and that is well deserved. Let's see if we can find it real quick. If I can find a clip real quick.
Too much lies. It's too much lying.
Here we go.
And I'm not talking about just like people. I'm talking about the industry, right? Because the industry still tries to make you believe that if you a hot artist and you got a single, that selling albums don't matter, right? And I'm only
selling albums don't matter.
Yeah, I'm only bringing this up because I seen like Akademiks posted today something about Sexy Red album only doing 28,000 copies, right? In the era that I came in the music industry, if you sold 28,000 copies, you didn't get no other chance to even walk in the building again.
You're fired.
Like, niggas was not talking to you if you sold 28,000 records, right? And I just feel like, it's such a disconnect between people understanding the streaming situation and then actually what you're looking at, right? Because if we should be only paying attention to the streaming numbers, then I don't understand why the blogs always try to post what people are selling as an album. Because for people that look at music the way I look at it, it feels like a failure. It still feels like a failure, right? Because I come from an era where the numbers were 80,000, 100, 200, 900, right? You start going that's going this way, it feels like it's going backwards to me. And I'm just saying, because I was a part of the boom.
So you think that the number itself is representative of the impact for real?
Yes, 100%.
Because I actually believe that the streaming numbers is so fucked up. The streaming numbers don't even have a relationship to how many times people really listen to the music from a standpoint of.
Yeah, I agree with that. And we're going to break that down a little bit more in another video. But yeah, man, the streaming and the record sales is kind of confusing. And when people say that this person sold this many records, I'm wondering, is it that they sold that many physical copies, which we know that nobody really buys physical copies anymore? Or is it purchases on Apple Music or Spotify? I mean, you know, it's confusing, man. But all I got to say is y'all should go check this video out. This was a great video right here, man. Shout out.